Welcome to the Firearms Insider Gun and Gear Review Podcast, episode 259. On this show, we showcase gun reviews, gear, and anything else a gun enthusiast may be looking for. We strive to evaluate products from an unbiased and honest perspective. I'm your host, Chad Wallace from the Firearms Radio Network, your source for all things firearms related. In this show, we will be discussing why Rob needs a new pistol, Zane hates shotguns, and why Tony can't have an SBR. And tonight on the podcast, we have the usual Tony, Zane, and Rob. We'll see who wants to go first with firearms, but I guess I will. And I did absolutely nothing. So I guess somebody else who actually did something can go.
Oh, then I'm not going to go then because I decided to take the weekend off.
Okay, so
although I did set up, I'm trying to set up this indoor laser range in my house so I can do some dry firing while I around in the house and whatnot. So, yeah, other than that, I haven't done a whole heck of a lot.
Yep. Okay. Tony?
Well, I took my lightweight rifle build to the range and installed my SIG Romeo 5 red dot. Had fun with that, zeroing that real quick. Just did a 25-yard zero, no big whoop. But I'll probably take it out tomorrow. If not, I'm gonna film something for We Like Shooting. I think I spoke about it last week that I won the We Like Shooting challenge for December. So I still have some of those stickers that I want to shoot and make some videos and post them up. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I dry fired the snap out of my Glock.
Nice. Zane.
I did stuff and things.
Sweet.
No, so I confirmed 0 on the 2 optics that died on me that I replaced batteries in last week. I went out and confirmed 0 on those, make sure just in case they were still good. They were. I shot my wheel gun a little bit, little snubby stuff, and because wheel guns are wheel guns. They are what they are. They serve a purpose. I like mine. And I made people mad on the internet.
You do that all the time, though.
I'm good at it. Oh, and I wrote a review. I'm just not going to do it today because I got to edit it and stuff.
Yeah, you want to know the real reason why he didn't finish the review? He said he had to stop and have a beer.
I found a bar, and then I didn't get it edited, and it was... It happens. But I did write a review.
Zane, be honest. You got it edited. You just couldn't understand what it said when you were sober.
That could be.
No, I wrote it sober, and then I got to drinking. I was going over it, and I was like, man, I'll do this crap later. And then here we are.
And it's later. Great.
I didn't do it. Yeah. But I do have one in the can. I'm working on another one, so,
What a deal. What a deal. So we'll get into
I got a cool...
go ahead, Tom.
I got a cool calendar from Gun Freedom Radio.
Nice.
From, I think you can go online and pick one up from them. So it's pretty cool. They sent it to me, ArizonaFirearms.com. I think you may be able to buy them from there.
Probably.
Because I was a guest on last.
What is that, like the female tombstone?
It has female... It's classic shots, but it's females instead of males in them. So they just have different
that
things.
That was
pretty cool.
Gun Freedom Radio, wasn't it, Tony?
Yeah, Gun Freedom Radio.
Yep.
You might be able to go to their website too. Yeah, they just sent it to me as a thank you, and it's a 2019 calendar.
They're not caught up in all this drama going on right now with gun bunnies and other folks.
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Bill Todd is not a gun bunny.
Okay.
Wow.
Listen, I don't know if y'all been paying attention, but there's a lot of hatred being thrown around both ways. I was just making sure they weren't a part of that. So
I've actually met Cheryl and her husband and her daughter, and yeah, I would definitely say they're not caught up in this.
Cool.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go follow them then because I don't like gun bunnies. So if they're not that, I'll go check them.
they're not.
This is Cheryl Todd.
Oh, you know what? I know. I've seen them somewhere. I don't know where.
Yeah.
And she's a legit businesswoman, like for real though. But
Yo, have y'all seen all this stuff going on?
I've seen some of it, and I just kind of was like, yeah, I'm going to stay out of that stuff.
I've been watching.
I only saw the
instigating.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. Okay, we'll get into the announcements now. Bandwidth sponsor is Patriot Patch Co. There will not be a show next week because I will be at the SHOT Show, and we're just going to skip it because we're going to do that.
Because he doesn't trust us to run it in his absence.
Well, we tried that last time. All we could hear was Rob or something.
Yeah.
I think that was it.
No, yeah. They put you in charge, Rob. What do you mean we? He didn't trust us. Like they put you in charge, Rob.
Well, it was my first time trying to record, and I messed up the recording thingy.
Well, and the other thing
I thought it was recording everything. It was only recording them. It wasn't recording me. Why? I have no idea.
Well, and the other thing was Tony can't do it really, and Zane didn't want to do it because he's lazy, or he hadn't figured out how.
I could try, but I'd probably screw it up worse than Rob did.
Yeah, so we're just gonna skip it.
Yeah, it's much better to sit on the sidelines and criticize Rob than actually do it ourselves.
So I'm gonna see how many people.
I tried. I didn't do a good job. Oh well.
I'm probably gonna be a guest on the AR-15 podcast because they're going to be driving me around to the SHOT Show.
That's cool.
So, I actually want to send him a thanks because I am staying at JD's place, and so we'll be at SHOT. Look us up if you're there.
If I'm going to propose a new rule for SHOT Show. If anybody says their gun is revolutionary, a game changer, or the best thing this year, you should be able to just smack everybody at the booth. I am so looking for those really, really terrible or
really, really ironic things.
The SHOT Show bingo cards are out.
Yeah, I saw that.
Finally.
That's a lot of extra work I don't want to have to do.
Yeah, no,
but you gotta carry the stupid thing around.
No, you just gotta sit in front of your computer screen if you're us and just wait until you see the post, and then you just whoever gets bingo. Like they're out this year. I've seen them floating around.
Yeah, I saw them too. So there's that. There are new patches at Patriot Patch Co. And also join their patch of the month. You can get awesome Winter Warfare patches, stickers, stuff like that. My favorite patch that they just released is the 100th anniversary Browning 1919 patch because it's awesome. That's just so go buy one of those. I don't know why. They're just sweet. If you want to shop AR parts, use our GunTech affiliate link. If you're shopping Amazon, use our Amazon affiliate link at firearmsradio.tv/Amazon. And if you want to donate things to Tony's Diversity Shoot, shop Black Bag Resources and use the code 2A4E to give Tony stuff to give away. Or keep, whatever. I don't know. I think he gives it all away.
Believe me, almost everything gets given away. I think I kept the hat once that doesn't fit.
That doesn't fit. You give it away.
And a coffee mug.
Hey, whatever. But yeah, go donate to Tony. Rob.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the individual co-hosts and do not reflect the official policy or position of the Firearms Radio Network and or their employers. Viewer discretion is advised. This is especially true on live shows. And since we're a bunch of lazy boneheads this week, here's a review of a spotlight of the FN 509 mid-size pistol.
Yeah.
Don't say it's a review.
Yes.
God knows.
No, it's not a review. I said it's a spotlight.
This is our spotlight and discussion. Yes. And
yes.
We don't actually have any feedback this week that says they don't understand that, even though we tell them every freaking week.
This is not a review. No one has actually shot this gun.
We like to call this a first look.
There we go.
That's why it's a product spotlight. It's kind of like a first look. Yes, this is the FN 509 midsize with an MSRP of $649. And if you listen to the intro, this is the pistol Rob needs because he's our FN fanboy, or the only thing we have that resembles one. Basically, it's their version of the compact size. So barrel length is 4 inches. It's a 15 round capacity. Overall length is 7.4 inches. Height is 5.2. It's 1.35 inches wide. It's got a 5.5 to 7.5 trigger pull. Sight radius is 5.79 inches, if that really matters. It is striker fired, as you kind of already knew. It has full ambi controls, or so it says. You can get it offered as a non-manual safety model, which I guess maybe that means they're going to offer one with a safety. It's got basically 3-dot sights, or you can get night sights. It says LE only, but I kind of doubt that. It's got forward rear cocking serrations. It's got an adjustable or different back straps you can get. So basically, it is their competition with the G19, etc., etc., etc.
It's a Glock 19 killer.
Yeah, that's it.
Hey, this is a revolutionary pistol. Don't knock it. This thing is gonna put Glock out of business.
But
Glock will be out of business by the end of the year.
I'm gonna go with. It looks like a decent pistol. I mean, it's not. It doesn't look like a bad pistol, especially
the reality. This gun right here is like maybe a quarter of an inch. This one is the height is 5.2 inches. The full size is 5.56. So that's what
3/8 of an inch,
3/10 of an inch, or maybe a third of an inch longer, higher. That's all it is. You get 2 extra rounds, or you get 15 rounds instead of 17 rounds.
Yeah, so that's like the difference between a 19 and 17.
It's literally the difference between a 19 and 17 when it comes to Glocks. Look, and I've said this before, and I'll say it again. If you're not invested in the Glock platform already, take a good hard look at the FN line of pistols. They're good pistols, and they have the things that people do to their Glocks already. Like they got the front cocking serrations. They got a really, really good grip, like texturing to them. They're good guns. And all they had before was the full size. Now they got a compact size. This is the Glock 19 size, which the Glock 19 is the most popular concealed carry gun, as far as I'm aware, in the country. So it makes sense to make one in this size. Listen, if you're like me and you're already dedicated to a platform and you don't want to replace tons of holsters and tons of magazines, the gun's probably not for you. But if you're looking to get your first pistol for concealed carry and you're not dedicated to a platform already, you need to take a good hard look at this. Good hard look at this.
I'll say, as Chad said, yes, I am an FN fanboy. I do like the FN. I did see this one. I think they debuted it last year at NRA, or was it the year before that at the NRA meeting?
I don't remember.
The full-size 509. I got to take a good hard look at it. I'm like,
the full size is about 2 years old.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I got to take a good hard look at that, and I was like, ooh, I really, really need this, but I really, really didn't buy it because I'm trying to really, really, really pay bills down. So as soon as I get a few bills paid down, I'm probably going to own the full-size 509.
I want to pull the trigger on the full-size 509 more.
Although I really wish people would stop putting threaded barrels on a pistol, and the ability to put a red dot or a fiber optic, or what do you call it, the like a holosun on it,
a red dot
calling
optic.
It a tactical pistol. I just don't like calling it a tactical pistol because it's got a threaded barrel.
It sells. It just sells.
Well, this model doesn't come with a threaded barrel.
No, but they make a 509 with a threaded barrel. They call it the 509.
Sure,
right?
We talked about that on the show a while back.
Yeah,
when they released it. Again, it's not optics ready, so it doesn't get a full pass from me because everything in 2019 is supposed to be optics ready. But I mean, like, for what's the MSRP? $600.
$650. So it's probably going to hit around $625.
Street price is going to be $550 on it.
You think?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Can I be honest though? When it comes to slide mounted optics, I've got the FN 45 tactical. And
right.
I'll be honest with you. If you get one of those with the different plates on it, and I've also got the Glock, the 40 MOS, you've got to pick an optic you want to use, because if you don't lock tight the screws down, lock tight the plate, the adapter plate to the gun, it's going to work its way loose.
So
and then your sight will just rattle around.
So the Glock MOS system has been plagued with problems. That's coming from a Glock fanboy. Like it's not a good mounting solution.
You are better off getting or having your slide.
I would rather buy this gun and have the slide cut.
Well, so the FN has fixed their issues with their Okay, let me back up. From what others have told me, the FN mounting system, the one that's on the 509, is a much better design than anyone else that has come to market. Now, I'm with you. I'd like to custom mill my stuff anyways, because that's always going to be the best mounting system.
Now, just keep in mind, if you do custom mill your slide, you're pretty much going to ruin your warranty. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah, I guess.
But
I looked at this.
Yeah.
I look at the FN series of pistols. I got to hang out with Tom from FN for like 2 hours at a show. And we went into the minutia of the FN 509. And he told me what they went through to create that gun, and how many iterations and how many rounds and their testing and what it really does and how it actually holds up. And I was like, you know what? That sounds like something I'd look into, because I have a Glock 19. I have a Glock 19 with 5 mags in the holster. Sorry, not 100% committed to Glock 19s.
Yeah.
Or Glocks in general. Now, what I have done is I shot the Glock 45. And that thing is awesome. With the trigger, it was just beautiful. I'm hitting targets at 200 yards with that thing with zero effort. I've dry fired a lot of 509s, and I'm assuming this one has the exact same trigger as the full size 509. The trigger on the 509 is better than the garbage trigger on the SIG 320.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's right in line with what the new Gen 5 Glocks feel like.
That's what I was going to say. It's better than a Gen 3 or Gen 4 Glock, but it's pretty comparable to a Generation 5 Glock.
It's right there. So, I mean, and again, I was looking for something full size, but this, if it doesn't pinch my finger, it's cool. These things have to get a track record. Again, shrinking. Did they shrink a gun or just cut the buttstock off a little bit?
They just basically, the slide is the same length, the barrel's the same length. They just took the grip and shortened it by 1/3 of an inch.
So then,
same
truthfully, this is not an entirely new gun. This is just a shortened
No.
grip on
Exactly.
the gun. So that's like cutting down a 17 to a 19 size. So I see this as the system still works. It's not like you take a 5-inch 1911 and take it down to 3 inches and make it a officer model.
And to Rob's point, kind of, the original 509 had a shorter slide than a full length gun. It had a 4-inch slide and a full size grip. Nobody got mad about it for some reason, but when the Glock 19X came out, all of a sudden that was huge. But so
2 reasons.
But my
one second.
Oh, go ahead.
But my point is, so now with this, there's no reworking it, because it's the same. It's all you got is shorter grip on it.
Yeah.
But, so I absolutely think this is going to be. I would go so far as to say the 509 series of guns have been proven at this point. I don't. Yeah. I would go that far. Anyways, sorry, Tony. Go ahead.
I think the 2 reasons people didn't make a big deal about this because nobody paid attention to what FN does with handguns. FN doesn't push it. FN never made a big deal about it. Their entire FNS series came out, and the FNX series. Nobody paid attention to what FN does with handguns.
And they're good guns.
They got rid of the Browning high power. Excuse me.
Yes.
Nobody cared
because they make great machine guns.
They make great machine guns. They make great rifles, and their handguns, even in their own factory, is the redheaded stepchild. That was one reason. Oh, and the other reason people made a big deal about the 19X because should have been called like the 17 something instead of the 19X.
This is basically a 17 with a short barrel, right?
Well,
I guess 17 with a short barrel made more sense than a 19X because a 19 is a carry gun. 17 is a duty gun.
I guess
that's the only thing I could say.
I guess my point was the 509 was already in that configuration, and nobody cared.
I can tell you the reason nobody cared is because they introduced it in that configuration as the general gun, and so they didn't have 50 million Glocks out models like Glock.
Yeah, but Zane, you got to realize something. It is so much more fun to twerk Glock fanboys than it is to twerk FN fanboys.
That's true.
I mean, if we're gonna talk about getting under the skin of fanboys, the CZ fanboys are the best. So,
all right.
Okay, he's looking right at.
Understand fanboys.
And if Phil's listening, that was directed at you, and you know who you are.
You know what the biggest drawback to FN pistols is? Their magazines are like what, $35 to $40 a mag.
Well, I don't know if you know this, but double stack 1911 magazines are about 130. Sorry, I'm done.
Well, I don't want to buy a double stack 1911, dude. So that's the biggest crap I have about FN is it's a piece of crappy metal that you make into a magazine, and you're gonna charge me $35.
Man, you know what? But
hold on,
that's part of the thing, man. When you're buying a gun, you're not just buying a gun. You got to factor in all your costs. You got to factor in your costs. You want 6 mags for your gun. You got to buy a holster for your gun.
Right.
To me, when I look at the price of a gun, that's the price is listed. That's not what I'm looking at. Now, with a Glock, that's what I'm looking at because I already have 17 mags and 29 holsters in a box somewhere that most of them are pure
junk
crap. But so if you're looking at getting into a gun, okay, so the gun might cost you $550. You're going to need 4 more mags, right? So that's another $200. You're going to need a holster. That's another $100. You got to be aware of that cost. Not everyone. Magpool's not going to make mags for everything, man. They make them for ARs and for Glocks right now. And all the other companies that are making affordable mags out of Korea or whatever, they're junk. Don't buy them. So
I wouldn't. Yeah.
So really,
you're gonna pay. That's every company but Glock. Every company but Glock. The mags
exactly
cost money, man. You're gonna spend money on your mags, and you want mags that work. So.
And that's what you do. SIG mags cost the same. CZ mags cost the same. FN mags cost the same.
Yeah.
So.
At least FNs aren't as bad as HK. HK mags are around 45.
HK hates you. Hates their customers.
Yeah.
HK hates you.
I was thinking about this gun. The one thing you could probably do if you bought this is you could probably get the full-size 17-round mags, and I'm sure they're going to come out with a spacer for them. And now if you wanted to run a 17-round mag, you can run a 17-round mag in this gun.
Yeah, it said the 17 and 24-round mags work. So
to be fair, being that it feeds from it's a double stack that feeds from a single point, a tapered mag, it probably doesn't make a difference whether there's a spacer in there for the reliability and not straight up bending your extractor or not your extractor, your ejector in the gun. Now, for comfortability's sake, maybe a spacer would be important.
That's where I was thinking about is a spacer at the bottom of the magazine so you get a nice flush fit between the pistol, the handguard, and the grip and the mag.
So that might be a thing. But as for shoving a full-size mag in here and worried about bending your ejector, I don't think you're going to have a problem with that. I could be wrong.
No, Zane, I've got the FNS and the FNS Compact, and I use the FNS full-size mags in my FNS Compact all the time.
Yeah. Now,
and I've got a spacer run.
For people listening that are unaware, on a lot of single-stack guns, if you use a mag that is longer than is designed, and there's no spacer, and you ram that thing in the mag as hard as you can straight up jack up your ejector.
Or if you don't even jack that up, you can lock the gun up solid from the mag going too far in. Even the famed 1911s, if they run a longer mag without a stop, can do that.
Well, yeah.
Oh yeah, you can jack those up. So, but with a double single column type magazine thing, you're not gonna have a problem with that. Now, to your point, the comfortability may be there, But
Yeah.
I got tiny little hands. I can get my hands around a compact gun, unlike Tony, who's can't because he's got bigger
so
hands.
I can't. Like I've got the Glock 26 and the FN Compact. On both of them, I have to get the pinky extension for the magazine. Otherwise, I just can't get a grip on the gun.
Well, at least your pinky doesn't sit right between the magazine and the frame of the gun like Tony's does, and every time he presses the trigger, it just tears his hand up.
It's just painful. It's
Although
like
I really
someone
wish
with a really strong clothespin. It's like someone with a really strong clothespin. Every time you do it, just pinching your finger, pinching. And it's like, oh, it's not a big deal. It is if it's 500 to 1,000 rounds. It is.
Would somebody explain to me what a combat sight is?
It's made of metal, unlike plastic. No, I'm going with it's made of metal, not plastic.
Oh, okay.
Combat's one of those buzzwords.
Yeah.
It's made of metal.
Combat site.
Oh, is it tactical combat or just
No. It's only a combat site because you have to shine your flashlight on it to get the little luminescent things glow. Now, if they were tritium, there would be a tactical combat.
Okay. Now that we've been schooled by Tony,
I'm assuming the combat site refers to the fact it's got a hard ledge and it's metal, so you can manipulate the gun from the actual sight.
Yeah, little did they know when they invented the 1911 with the metal sight that you could rack off of stuff that it was a tactical sight.
I mean, I've racked Novak style sights.
Tony, that original little sight that they called a sight on the original 1911s cannot be considered tactical when it's only like 100 thousandths tall total with a notch
divot in the middle.
with a divot in the middle. And
are those combat sights, that little gutter?
That's about what factory our original 1911 sights were like.
It's actually you could at least wide.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things too is you're not going to find a whole lot of aftermarket parts for this gun.
Not yet. I think that's gonna change though.
I hope it changes.
I really do, especially with sights. With the rest of things, like triggers and stuff.
I wonder if they could get away making the cuts in their slide the same style as like Glock or one of the other manufacturers. That way you could use their sights with their gun.
That's what newer companies are doing.
Apex has a trigger already.
Yeah, Apex has a trigger. Yep.
Yes. I looked into it. I looked into everything possible about the 509 because seriously, 509. What was it? The P320 and the Glock 45 were all I looked at because of that full size.
Just check out the CZ-P10 also.
Or the P09.
Yeah, I checked out the P10. I checked out the PPQ.
Here's the thing with sights, man. I'm one of the few people that are totally okay with Glock putting little plastic sights on their guns because I'm gonna change them anyways. So I don't want to pay for them from the factory. With the 509, there are companies making sights from. I think Dawson makes sights for FN. I'm pretty sure they do. I'm a big fan of Dawson sights. And so I'm going to, whatever's on the gun, probably going to rip them off anyways and put what I like on them. But to your point, since there's not nearly as much of an aftermarket as there are for other manufacturers, i.e. Glock, I like the fact that it does come with decent sights in this case.
Nice. Well, I guess
XS makes sights for.
Well, XS makes like one. Warren Tactical makes a decent sight.
Warren Tactical makes a decent sight. I'm going to skip right over the XS comment.
Oh, believe me.
No. I'm not going to skip over it because they make one okay sight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They make a good shotgun sight.
No, they make a pistol sight that actually uses a square notch on the rear now.
Do they?
Yep.
I don't know. I like their
HDs.
I like their big dot for shotguns. Other than that, I'll pass.
Yep.
Trigicon's HD night sights for 509s, 131.
Yeah,
it's not terrible. I mean, it's a little high, but
still. Okay, so we're gonna move on to our Maxim Defense PDX. which I'll explain what it is here. It's got an MSRP of $2,299.
I'll take 2.
I'll take 3.
I want 4.
Okay. Well, why they called it the PDX, I'm still not sure, because that's what the airport here is local to me. And these guys are nowhere near Oregon, so I don't know. Basically, it's
maybe it's because it's like the TSA and it doesn't work.
Oh, I will tell you at range day. I'll see if I can shoot one. They're supposed to have them there. Basically, it's their super short PDW. They said it had to do with it's what they invented for the SOCOM sent letter or whatever they sent out. I did read that somewhere. Close quarters. It has an 18 3/4 inch overall length, collapsed. It uses their Maxim SCW stock system on the SBR, or their pistol version of it if you buy the pistol version. It has their hate brake muzzle booster, which is kind of a booster to help boost pressure, I think is what it does for cycling, but it also directs muzzle blast forward.
Yeah, because it's a 5-inch barrel.
It's a 5.5-inch barrel in either 5.56 NATO or 7.62 by 39. That one kind of gets me. Where's the 300 blackout? I just asked.
Even then, 5 inches isn't long enough for 300 blackout.
Yeah, but it's at least better than a 5.56.
Oh yeah, I'd rather do 300 blackout in this one.
But the 7.62 by 39, I don't know. But either way, this thing's gonna, yeah.
Is that enough for a sub? Okay.
It weighs 5 pounds 11 ounces. It's got an ALG combat trigger in it, which is probably a decent trigger for this particular type of firearm, what it was designed for.
$2,300 for the rifle with a freaking $60 trigger in it.
Yeah. But I'm thinking they wanted it somewhat mil spec because when they designed it for the
they wanted somewhat mil spec with a 5-inch barrel. Yeah,
don't ask. Because there was
mil
what
spec bolt carrier group, no mil spec springs, no mil spec anything else.
Nope. I have another trigger. Yeah,
hey, Chad, you just let us know when you're done because we're ready.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we're ready.
Go ahead.
Nope, just let me go here. Let's see. It's the hate break. Oh, let's see. I'm still going with I'm looking at their press release that they sent out today, and I was hoping it was telling me something it wasn't telling me, but yeah, it will be at range day, so I guess I can shoot it and tell you that, yeah, it's like shooting a super short, extra loud something or other. I don't know. It's cool looking, in my opinion. Would I buy one? Probably not. I guess when you considering who makes it, the price isn't terrible with that style of stock. And it's got to have a custom bolt carrier group because it doesn't cycle as far and all that stuff. I mean, the price is probably okay. If you do get the SBR, of course, you got another $200 and however long it takes you to get the stamp. Other than that, I don't know. I threw it in here. It's new. I figured you guys could yell at it and do whatever.
If you need a gun this short, and you
really short,
and you need it in 5.56, then you need a bullpup. That's all there is to it because this is a 22. You understand you're shooting 223, but you're getting 22 caliber performance out of it. Okay, period. Mm-hmm. Now the 7.62 version, sure, why not? But AKs run better than ARs in 7.62. That's a whole. There's a thing with.
Yeah, but is that a big enough barrel though?
Well, I don't know the ballistics on 7.62, but I do know the fact that when you try to run 7.62 out of an AR style gun, you run into problems with the bolt face and you only got so much room to work with there. So, listen, a 5.5-inch 5.56 It's dumb. It's pointless. Like, get a bullpup if you need a gun that small. If you want a gun this small that's going to not be a bullpup, get a 22. For $2,200 or $2,300, this is a absolute hard pass. Sorry. With 5.56, you need at least a 10.5-inch barrel. Like, that's it.
Been proven over and over again for the last 50 years.
Exactly.
Over and over again. It's been proven. So to have the military, if it's even true, continually ask for something that they proved in 1967 was stupid. It just makes me go, quit throwing my money away. Quit throwing my tax dollars away on some fantasy Bandcamp bull stuff that you probably saw in a video game. And I'm talking to the operators that requested this. Because understand, the Army asks for stupid stuff continually.
Oh, yeah.
The hate break. I was checking this whole thing out.
The hate break is a good name, though.
Yeah, because you will hate them.
Yeah.
I was looking this whole thing over. They've been selling this butt stock for a minute. But understand, everything on it's proprietary. How many rounds runs through it? How does it work? How does it really work? What would you buy it for? I mean, truthfully, regular, everyday person, come on, dude. If this is going to be your home defense gun for real, I mean, go ahead. That's fine. But it has no track record.
No, you'd be better off with a 9mm pistol because that's the ballistics you're going to get.
No, you would.
Hey,
you would.
Like, I was actually thinking something like this in a 9mm would be a lot better.
Sure. And that's why the 9mm I built has a 5-inch barrel on it, because in that once you get that short of a barrel, you're not getting rifle ballistics out of anything. You might as well use a pistol caliber. You're absolutely
right. That you can shoot what you're 150 grain bullets out of instead of a 55 grain bullet.
What you're getting is a lot of concussive force, a lot of flame. Your night vision is shot.
Yeah, but it's cool.
Can we throw something else in? One more thing for the SHOT Show. Designed or requested by Special Operations. Because the minute I hear it or read it, I'm done. Your product, that's a strike for me. That doesn't mean it was requested by Special Ops. Everything's requested by Special Ops. They just throw ideas out there and you're going ahead and build it. This was a horrible idea. The ballistics suck. Yep. And everything's proprietary.
Now, I mean, I'm sure this buttstock is like cool and the rifle's great and everything, but dude, and if this had a 10.5-inch barrel on it, and preferably an 11.5-inch barrel, I'd be like, hey, this thing looks cool. I want one. I want to, play with it.
Well, and the thing is I don't know how long exactly their hate break muzzle brake is, but if you think, I was going to say I should look it up here, but a 5.5-inch barrel, you add 5 inches to the barrel and put just some sort of regular flash hider on it. Not that that's perfect, but you're only adding like an inch by doing that. So you add 4 inches to this thing, maybe because of the muzzle brake that's on it.
So I'm sure they did that to make it run reliably, because super shorties, like if you're not familiar with a real short barreled 5.56s, they are hard to get. They're finicky. That's why a lot of folks that run the 7.5 barrels run that little stupid pigtail gas tube that ends up working like an 11.5 or 12.5 gas tube because of dwell time issues. And I'm going to go on a tangent about my ARs or Legos thing and explain to you why they're not, because, well, you know what? No, I'm not. They're just not. But so I'm sure the rifle's great. I'm sure it runs just fine, but what is the purpose? If the purpose is just to go to the range and have a good time and put holes in paper,
sure,
cool. It's a $2,300 toy. And you know what?
Yep.
Rock on with your bad self.
Yep.
But for practical purposes, for putting holes in people, for putting holes in animals, for putting holes in anything other than paper or cardboard,
for maintaining accuracy,
solid pass.
Yep. Yeah, I'll tell you. I've got several AR-15s, but I took one of them to the manufacturer, Barnes Precision, to have him cut the barrel to turn into an SBR, and he really bulked it going much below 12 inches. He didn't want to go below 14-inch barrel. So
I don't know what's up with that.
He said, "Do what?"
I said, "I don't know what's up with that," but yeah.
Well, just for the terminal ballistics and the the performance.
The
Yeah.
performance has been figured out. We know how short you can go with an AR to actually.
You can go
still have-
10.3. You can go 10.3 and still get decent performance. You can go 7.5 and at really close ranges do okay, but realistically, you're talking 10.3. And they're hard to get 10.3s to run accurately. Once you move to 12.5, now you're starting to do some work. And you can do work out to a couple 100 yards with them and still maintain rifle ballistics.
Yep.
There's no walking around that. Yeah.
That's why he didn't want to go that short.
Yep.
So you're looking at something like this. There should really be something in the pistol caliber carbine if you're going this small. As far as 7.62 by 39, I look at it because there's been a thing going around SOCOM for a while now that they want to be able to fire Russian ammo. Truthfully, one of the big things they were going was having American-built AKs and RPKs and stuff like that. But now they want. It's a stupid idea. This thing, I'm sorry, being that short still blows. And cranks are in. I forgot the length on the crank barrel. The AK-74, the short one.
Isn't it like 7 inches?
But a 74 shooting a 5.45 round, not a 7.62 round.
No, but I know. It's a 5.45 round. But the ballistics are about the same. But again, it is for very close quarters. What are you really doing with this thing?
Well, and the other thing is, the other thing is 7.62 ARs fail prematurely because there's only so much metal you can cut away from the bolt face before you start to have problems. It's the same thing with AKs in 5.56. AKs in 5.56 don't run well either because the gas system and they're just not designed to run that way.
And truthfully, for the money, if you want a 7.62 by 39, you can get a Draco and put a buttstock on it. And now you just got a big A flamethrower, but at least it's the AK-47 that takes AK mags.
Oh, dude, if I'm going to run a 6.2 by 3.9 or a 4.5 by 3.9, it's going to be an AK platform because they run that round more reliably. Now, a 5.45 by 3.9, or is it by 3.9? I don't know, whatever that little Russian round is. That's a bad round. And if it wasn't for like the stupid, whatever
ban on it, import ban,
that would be an awesome round, and that would have way more traction than it does. But it's hard to get the ammo, so we can't use that. It's a better round than 7.6239. If you want a 7.6239, get an AK. If you want a 5.56, get an AR, but get a barrel that's longer than 10.5 inches.
Case
are we gonna talk about Glock sights at all? Like, because
no.
Are we just gonna let this go?
Well, we're gonna let it go, but we're gonna talk about something else that Zane's gonna hate.
Okay.
Because,
oh God, yes.
A wannabe shotgun. The heck the goes.
What we have is the Rock Island Armory VR80, which has an MSRP of $599, which is cheap. Probably the best thing about it, might I add. But it is an AR style looking 12 gauge shotgun with a funky stock, but it comes with a 5-round magazine, so it shoots 5+1. It can handle 2 3/4, 3-inch shells. It handles, if I look at this specification, you can swap out the butt stock with most commercial buffer tube stocks and pistol grips. You can also get, it comes with flip up sights, a fluted barrel shroud. It does have chokes that go in the barrel, so it's not just your cylinder bore barrel. You can get different chokes for it. Some innovative buffer bolt system. It has some slimline handguard on it with, it looks like M-lock, but don't quote me on that. Some pick rails at the front and rear and quick disconnects. Let's see if I'm missing anything. It is made from T6 7075 aluminum. Let me go back to where I was. Let's see, what else am I missing here? It weighs 8.27 pounds unloaded and 9 loaded. The rest, it's got a 20-inch barrel, if that matters. It's black anodized. I'm looking for somewhere here. I thought there's some other magazine you can get for it, like it's 12 rounder, 9 rounder. I don't remember what it was, but
there better be, because a 5-round mag completely defeats the purpose of a mag-fed shotgun.
You can get a 9 round from them, and that does. I don't know what else is available, but they do offer a 9 round magazine. Also, I guess if this is your thing, go for it. The price isn't terrible. And, the thing is I know Armscore and Rock Island will stand behind their products. It's just a matter of, I think it'll probably function fine. The magazines are what would worry me. But other than that, I don't know. If I'm shooting clays or ducks or something, I just want a regular shotgun. If you're shooting 3-gun, maybe if they, you can't shoot a lot of the classes, you'd have to shoot open with this thing because it's magazine fed. But if that's your game, hey, more power to you. Especially if you want to get into it for the price, you can't really beat it for the price.
The price is what concerns me.
Actually, the MSRP, I misspoke. It's $6.99 on their website. It's $5.99 is what you can find it for.
That actually concerns me, because I'm like, it's not a single other shotgun similar. If it works, that's a great price. If it works,
and let me tell you this. I will stop by at Range Day, the Rock Island booth, and see if they have one of these available to shoot. I mean, they don't have any pistols out that I just want to shoot because they're all kind of the same. But I will stop by there and see if they have one of these to shoot, just so I can see what it feels like and give kind of a summary of what I thought. Do I think do I think it's going to be that way?
So my feeling on shotguns like this are, I just don't care. I think they're dumb. But I mean, I understand that there's people that like them. So I'm not gonna go out and say how stupid it is. But at the same time, I have no desire for it. And at this price point, I mean, it's a good price, but I just don't see it working for this price. Maybe it does. I don't know. My Rock Island 1911 doesn't work. I know that much.
See, but mine does.
No?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know, but see, have you got a magazine to figure out if it's your magazine yet?
No, and that's a good point. It could be the gun, it could be the magazine, because like we talked about before the show, magazines for 1911 are stupid expensive.
I like it because it's Jersey legal.
That's my other thing I was going to bring up. Why the thumb hole stock? Why not make it?
Because that thumb hole stock doesn't. That thumb hole stock would make it 100% illegal in this state. I mean, if it didn't have that 5-round magazine, Jersey legal, we can't have but 6 rounds in a semi-automatic. I look at it with the prices that it's cool. How difficult is it at this point to make a shotgun based on an AR-15 with as many companies are out there? Sorry, but it's aluminum, dude. It's aluminum and polymer. So that's why I'm figuring the price point. Because when you compare it to any other semi-automatic, it's a lot more work that goes into it, a lot more other stuff, machining. I'm assuming. I'm cool with the price point. I assume it works. If it doesn't, send it back. Sorry, it's not my end of the world shotgun that I'll grab, because truthfully, I got a freaking 870. I got freaking Winchester 1300s. I got real stuff that has real rounds down range. This is a range toy. This is a range toy that could probably maybe serve in a role after it proves itself to me. But it's a cool semi-auto shotgun, and when I'm in a legal state, yeah, I can put a 9-round magazine in it down in Virginia and just have some fun with my family, blasting clays and shooting stuff. It's something no one else has. It's not breaking the bank. Anything else going to cost a heck of a lot more than this. So
yeah. I mean, I don't know. If I'm gonna run a gun like that, it's gonna be an AR. That's part of the beauty of a shotgun is how smooth and how clean it is. That's another reason why I don't like pistol stocked shotguns. Like they're just they point really well. You can maneuver them so smoothly. Where this is, I don't know.
You're just angry because it probably doesn't take recoil.
I'm just angry. I bet it does, and I bet I can hand cycle it if it doesn't.
Yeah. Oh, I should mention that it looks like it is a side charger, and it looks like maybe it is. You can put the side charger on either side, so I'm guessing it's reciprocating.
Justin Opinion did a review on it. He did a 28-minute take on it.
Did he shoot like birdshot and stuff through it?
I think I saw somebody else did. Firearms Guy. He was shooting birdshot through it too, so it cycled through it. Again, fun range gun. Make it prove itself before you do anything else. Because again, 870s, Mossberg 500s and 590s, and Winchesters have all proven themselves as a home defense shotgun.
There's half of one. And speaking of pistol whip shotguns, it's only half.
Zane obviously has
barrel on it.
Zane obviously has his on layaway. He'll be getting the barrel soon.
The barrel's coming later.
Oh.
But I just look at it as, hey, it's range toy, and if it works for 3-gun, awesome. If it gets you in 3-gun for half the price of other 3-gun stuff, great. Because one of the problems with 3-gun is the expensive. Expensive as hell.
That's a good point. Right. So if you can get 12 or 15 round magazines for this and compete with the folks that are running the 12 round tubes and not spend $3,000 on your shotgun and you want to go have some fun, this is legit. Again, if the gun runs.
And you got to make sure.
And I hope it does. And it, like I said, it might not run because magazines. But
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this.
Because
don't mistake what this is. This is not. Don't go out getting this thinking this is what you're going to use to defend the castle, or you're going to go take your whitetail with.
Well, you can't. I mean, SOCOM didn't request this, so obviously it doesn't work.
Oh,
correct.
But
although I heard. I heard there's a SEAL Delta Ranger MARSOC guy who has personally tested it, and no, I made that up. In case anyone listening is like, "Oh, really?" No.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, I kind of like to shoot it. I mean, I don't really see much purpose for it, but after all, you don't need a purpose to buy one. I mean,
nope.
Heck, you can go for it. You know, I
mean, how many dudes got like Desert Eagles?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, and how many dudes that don't have one want one?
Not me.
So
Tony raises his hand.
Like, I want one.
Wait, Tony.
And I'm the most practical, like everything needs to serve a purpose person there is, and I'm like, yeah, but I'd totally rock a Desert Eagle.
A Desert Eagle is down the list for me.
Hey, Zane, I rocked my Desert Eagle in a pistol match one time.
I would carry
Nice.
it. I could still carry one. I don't care.
No,
I'm thinking about
when I lived in North Carolina, you could open carry, and I might have done that once or twice.
I'm thinking if I shoot a 3-gun match, next time I shoot a 3-gun match, which, you know, because it's so expensive, takes me forever before I shoot one again. I'm thinking about running my M1 carbine.
Dude, so I'm going to go and link up with Rob, and I'm going to shoot a 3-gun match, and I'm going to use a Mosin, the Desert Eagle, and I got a buddy who's got a double-barrel goose gun and 10-gauge. And, yeah, I'm going to shoot a 3-gun match.
Yeah,
I'll be honest with you.
You won't. No, you won't.
I will. I don't care.
You're not going from recoil. You're not going from reduced recoil 12 gauge to 10 gauge. Just stop.
I'm gonna load my own. I'm gonna load my own 10 gauge rounds.
You know, I've often thought about running a 3-gun with a side by side or an over under, just to make everybody ticked off at me because you got to go bang bang reload, bang bang reload.
So
bang, bang.
I think the first show I was ever on, or one of the first shows, we talked about like a side by side that had like hammers and safeties.
Yes,
it was like a coach gun.
Yes,
and I'd run that.
yeah. I mean,
that was American Tactical Imports, and it was their shotgun.
That's the one.
If you remember, but see, if you've ever been to like a cowboy action match, you would be amazed at what these guys can do with 5 rounds in a pistol and double barrel shotguns.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know,
I got a quick question. Matthew's out there. Matthew's on the show.
Yes.
Matthew's in the thing. Rock Island makes that M5 pump shotgun.
Yes.
How is the M5 pump shotgun? I've heard it. I've seen reviews, but they're always reviews from that person that goes, you know, I shot 5 rounds of buckshot through it and like 10 rounds of clays.
I'm going with this is my experience with one. I don't own one. There was a guy a few years back. I'm talking a few. He bought one, and the finish on it was not very good. But he ran that thing shooting clays, and he could get like in the 80s shooting a sporting clays field,
dude.
So and Matt that thing lasted. I mean, he ran it until he gave it up. So
there you go.
It worked. It just the finish on it wasn't very good.
Matt just sent me a link to the shotgun he was talking about. There totally is an AK style 12 gauge.
Yeah, the Sega 12.
I didn't. No. This is not.
No,
made
there's
by
something else.
Sega.
Yeah.
There's another one, but Sean owns a Sega 12.
This thing is interesting. I mean, it's $1,000, so
yeah,
you know, it's a little more expensive. But I think I'd rather have it in a. I just feel like the AK is going to run more reliably than the AR in the 12 gauge. I don't know. Maybe
I don't know if as far as I'm going, if I'm going to buy a semi-auto shotgun, I'm gonna save up my pennies and I'm gonna buy an R&R Target shotgun.
Nah, I'm getting a 1301.
And if you look at one of those, you might understand why it is a magazine fed. These things are just awesome though. But
what is this?
It's R&R Targets. And
I'm gonna get a Beretta or Beretta 1301.
1301.
That's if I'm gonna buy a semi-auto shotgun, that's what I'm getting. Like,
well, we're looking at the money. If you're looking at the money, I'm not. I mean, come on,
for the price, dude. Yeah. But then again, I mean, you can look at semi-auto shotguns that are in that price range that aren't AR style, like kind of what you want. You know, I don't know, but if they do have one at range day, I will shoot it and see what I think. That actually, when I saw that, I put this in the show notes, I was like, you know, it interests me enough to shoot it for that price and at least be able to look at, you know, their good version they bring out and look at the finish and stuff like that. So,
and I mean, like you say, at that price, you're talking, I mean, lower end Remington and Mossberg semi-auto guns. So you're not breaking the bank. Now, can you get pump guns cheaper? Yeah. But if you need a semi-auto for whatever reason, you're in the price range.
Yeah.
So I don't hate this as much as I want to, but
you don't love it.
I don't love it. I don't love it. It's not a 509 midsize, you know.
Right, which you like more.
I like that a lot.
Okay. Well, next up we have some listener feedback. It's mainly for us and Tony. I don't know. It is from iTunes. It's from Late Night Bro 88. It says, this is one of my favorite FRN shows. Well, we thank you for that. I listen every Friday. They are sour and sweet, just like the candy. Well, I guess so. There is excellent chemistry and they know each other well, which makes it seem like more of a genuine hangout and discussion than a scripted show. I value their perspectives on the products they talk about and their commitment to bringing us all free entertainment. Keep it up, guys. #2A4E.
That's
well,
what
we
I'm
thank
talking
you
about.
for that. Yeah.
Shout out to Tony.
Yeah, but actually, I read that and I was like, I like this feedback. This is, genuine feedback. I must be the sour one, and you guys might be the sweet ones, but I have no idea.
Zane
No,
is definitely sweet.
If you
Zane
say
is
so.
definitely sweet.
Why I got to be the sweet one? What?
Because you got the
Listen.
beard.
Yeah.
I do got a sweet ass beard.
See, sweet.
Yes, tactical
I
beer.
don't have one, so I can't be sweet.
I did just cut like 4 inches off of it though. Thanks for noticing, guys.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah.
Hey, but
Here's I really appreciate it. Thanks for the feedback. Thanks for the hashtag. That's pretty cool. We're definitely not a scripted show.
No. I take that. I will not say that. This welcome intro is scripted. The announcements are pretty much scripted. Rob's disclaimer is definitely scripted.
Thank
you
God.
think he came up with that?
Everybody else, everything else.
After that, it's all winging it.
I put the products in the spot in the discussion, and that's pretty much where it goes. In fact, I'm looking at the spec sheets as I'm reading them, so definitely not scripted.
This is not scripted.
Well, he goes, let's see, what can I do to make Zane mad? Ooh, here's a nice shot. How can I twerk Tony? Oh, here's a nice little SBR.
The thing is like this time of year, right now, this one was easier to find stuff than last week and the previous weeks because Shot shows some people have released some stuff. Now for the next like 5-6 months, stuff's going to be easy to find.
Oh, it'll be out there all over the place.
And if you guys have a recommendation for us to discuss something, just send us an email or something. We'll
be really glad to poop all over it.
Yeah.
Dude, we'll talk about whatever. And if you have a question, if you want advice,
heck,
if you definitely write someone else.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
We'll still answer you. We'll still give you advice.
And even if you want to know if this is a decent pocket knife, we'll tell you if we hate it or not. We don't care.
Or how much we hate it.
Yeah.
One big thing's going around right now with anybody who's sponsored, they're saying they're sellouts and they can't be trusted with their opinion about the product. You can pretty much trust us with our opinion about a product.
I would disagree with that. I think even someone who's sponsored, you can listen to them and understand, just realize where they're coming from.
Oh, I thought I was going to disagree with that. You could trust us. I was like, well, damn, dude. Seriously?
No. I'm talking about sponsored. Just realize that a sponsored person is not totally neutral in their evaluation of a product.
Yeah. I mean, our bandwidth is sponsored by Patriot Patch Co. And we know these guys. Yeah. And we don't trust them.
That's Patriot. That's Patriot Patch Co.
Well, and the other thing is,
pimping them, they make really nice patches.
The other thing is, we're very upfront with if we buy something or if it's sent to us by
and really nice.
If I do a review on something, I'm gonna tell you, this company sent this to me for free to review on, or I paid my money for this to do a review on.
Exactly.
I'm gonna tell you. Either way, even if it sucks and the company sent it to me for free, they're gonna have a bad day because y'all gonna hear about it. But I'll still let you know ahead of time, Well,
and the thing is, I this is hard to say, but it's not, is that the products we get typically, I'll say typically, are not bad products. It's just, they might have things here or there that they could do better, but it's not like, and I think companies know that they're not going to send something out that they know that's terrible.
Mean, if they listen to the show and they know their product's sketchy, they should not send it.
And that's the thing. So if we give somebody an 8 in our reviews, it's a decent product.
If you send your product out to review and you haven't done good quality control on it before you send it out, you're asking to get your butt handed to you.
Well, so there was a holster company that I won't name that emailed me and was like, "Hey, we'd like you to do a review on our product." And I was like, "No. Your holsters are trash. Don't even send me your stuff." Like, I don't. I'm not gonna play your game. I'm stuttering. Am I stuttering? Am I stuttering a little bit?
No, that's Tony.
No, I'm just dropping a hint.
No, yeah. I mean, out. Oh, I see. Okay, it took me a second. Okay. Florida man.
All right,
Florida man. Took me a second.
Some people get it, some people won't.
Hey, it
Anyway,
happens.
if stuff sucks, we're probably going to say it, or you'll never hear from it again because it sucks so bad that we don't want to take up a bunch of time typing up.
And that's the other
a
thing.
review.
If a company sends something and they truly mean well and it's just trash, I'll email them and be like, listen, you need to fix this, 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 and this.
Yep.
Send it back when you got it fixed, and then we can move forward with a view. And they usually don't. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Never.
Well, Tony, it's all you.
All right. Hey, guys, you can support me by going to Patreon and becoming a patron. We're going to have some cool giveaways. We got some stuffs. And it's just going to be names drawn, X number of people, $10 and above. You're going to get cool stuff. If you're looking, you see the no step on Snick. Lower. You got that. I'm picking up some more lures just for winners from Patreon, but you have to be $10 and above. We got the knives finally done. These are going to go out. We're going to do a drawing on next week's show and pick the first person to send one of the Spyderco limited edition knives. Again, this is for people that join our Patreon. Patreon.com 2A4E podcast. That helps us out. That helps us keep the show on the air. Donating to our GoFundMe really helps because right now we have what you call it coming up. Not SHOT Show because we don't go to SHOT. We're going to be going to the Great American Outdoor Show. And believe me, I need the monies. So help us out because it pays for hotels and to stay there as we spend 9 days trying to get more and more sponsors to help us out in 2019. We're trying to grow big in 2019 because I'm trying to hit 3 states. We're going to be in New York, Pennsylvania, and Jersey, and maybe do something in Maryland. That is on the schedule for 2019. Next week, we'll also have the very first diversity shoot. We'll announce that date, and we'll have the schedule up for the others. So thank you very much for supporting us. Thank you for all the guys that goes to 1022 Clothing and picked up T-shirts over the holidays. It's awesome. This is going to be busy this season politically, man. Every state, you're going to have to stay on point. Join your Second Amendment state group. If you don't like any national organization, pick another national organization. I'm tired of listening to people complain about the NRA and yet belong in no Second Amendment group. Join one. Just join one. You have to have your voices heard because we're going to be attacked as gun owners this year more than ever, and they figured out how to attack us on the state level. That's how you're going to have to fight it. We need your help. You need to talk to your friends at the range that don't vote and don't want to get involved. They need to. They have over 200 guns on this latest assault weapons ban that they want to get rid of, including all those SIG braces. Pay attention to what's happening around you guys. Thank you very much for listening to me every week. I really appreciate it.
Sweet. So send questions, comments, feedback to gungearreview@gmail.com. Remember to subscribe and leave us an iTunes review. Check out all the other shows on the Firearms Radio Network at firearmsradio.tv. Be sure to visit the Firearms Insider for reviews and industry coverage. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram at Firearms Insider. There is a SHOT Show party on the FRN site, so I guess you could email Sean if you want an invite to it if you're going to be there. Also, thank you for listening to the largest pound-for-pound podcast on the network, and we are out.
Bye, Felicia.